Hey foodies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making peanuts, and if you're a first timer, you are most definitely welcome. Click on the subscribe button and let's get cooking. First off, I'm going to start by soaking the groundnut in a hot water, after which we'll go in with our salt and then leave it in the hot water for about 10 minutes before straining out the water. 10 minutes later, we're going to take it out and transfer it to a tray, spread it out, and then leave it under the sun to completely dry up. So to avoid overcrowding our tray, I got another tray and then added more of the groundnuts to the other one, and then now I'm going to leave it under the sun to dry up completely. So it was quite sunny outside, so I decided to take it out. But if you don't, if like the weather is not so sunny, you can dry it under the fan. Now for coating, we're going to need some flour and corn flour, and also don't forget that the measurement is going to be in the description box below. The reason why I'm using corn flour is because it makes it more crispy, and it's completely optional to use the corn flour. If you don't, flour is just okay for the coating. Like you guys, like you see the cinnamon, make it compulsory and you would love the flavor. One thing about this peanut is that just flour and water is okay, but for extra flavor, do not mix like milk. Like the milk gives it like the aroma will be so rich. Like I don't know how to explain it. The thing I went in with is about a teaspoon of salt. So now we're going to combine all those dry ingredients that we added: the milk, the corn flour, the salt, and the cinnamon. Don't miss that cinnamon, like I'm telling you, don't miss that cinnamon. But if you don't have it, you can decide to skip it though, but you will love it. So we already have about 3 eggs. So the next thing we're going to go in with is our sugar, and once you've added all that together, we're going to combine. Now that we've added the sugar, next thing we're going to be needing is some vanilla flavor for extra flavor. Like you can tell that this peanut, it's not your regular kind of peanut, you know. So yeah, we just need to combine, make sure everything is well dissolved, the sugar most especially. So next thing, we just set it aside and now invite our groundnut. Now it's completely dried. To be honest, peanut is one of the most easiest snacks you can make, like no jokes. Like it is the easiest snacks you can make. If you already have your groundnut at home and then you have the ingredients that you will need, like the flour, the milk, the nutmeg, then in 20 minutes you are done with the snacks. Like, and then you are sitting down, crossing your leg, doing some Netflix and chill. Anyway, what I'm just trying to do now is just to make sure I add the egg mixture first, then ensure it is well coated. Then I can now add the flour and start the coating. So this way, it depends on how coated you want it to be. If you want it thickly coated or thinly coated, it all depends on the number of times you coat it. So I'm just going to do it for about 2-3 times, and then because of the corn flour, it just will not make it so hard when you're biting into the peanut. It will just make it crispy. That is the essence of using the corn flour. But if you just want to use the flour, it is just perfect like that. So it all depends on you. If you want it thinly coated, then you have to repeat the process over and over and over again. That is the only thing that might take time in making the peanut. That is the only thing that will take about 10 minutes and you are done. So make sure once the flour is added, you make sure it is well coated. You combine. If there are 2 groundnuts joined together, then you have to try to put asunder, you know. You make sure that if there are 2 groundnuts joined together, just try to remove them. Make sure that they are all separated. Just repeat the coating, and then that is all that you need to do. Like, how cool is that? Like, if I think about making changes, sometimes I think about the cutting and the frying. I'll just be like, nah, maybe some other time. But this peanut, it is just so easy. So now you see what I mean by the granules joining together. So you just have to try to separate them one after the other. Make sure that they are all on their own and not two are joined. This is where you have to put asunder. But at some point, using this spatula was becoming difficult, so I had to use my hands to roughly separate them. It was way easier because as you add the egg and the flour, it starts getting difficult to kind of separate with the spatula. So I used my hands. So like, let me tell you, when I was flipping and trying to cook this thing, like the aroma, like I was just like, wow, I could perceive the cinnamon in the peanuts, and I could perceive the milk. Like the milk made it have this rich aroma. Like I was just like blown. If you want to experience it, just try and use cinnamon and you see what I mean. But if you don't have cinnamon, you can substitute that with nutmeg. So just try it out and tell me what you think. Using my hands were way easier. Like it was way easier because the egg and the sugar makes it difficult to kind of work with the spatula. So using my hands was way easier and it was faster too. So now I think the coating I have at this stage is enough. So I'm just going to sieve out the excess flour and then fry. This is how it should look like. You can see how it's looking. It is well coated and no two are joined. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start frying. So now I'm just going to try to add one to see how it bubbles. Then it will tell me if the oil is hot enough. Then I can go in with the peanuts. So roughly I'm just going to allow it in the hot oil for less than 10 minutes. If you allow it to burn, you won't like the taste at all. Like it's just going to be tasting so burnt, you know. But you're just going to allow it to fry well. And being that it's not heavily coated, you don't have to allow it that long in the oil. But if it is heavily coated, then you can allow it for some time longer. Just make sure that once it has turned brown, then you know that your peanut is ready, and then you take it out from the fire and enjoy your snack. Now our peanut is well fried and it is done. So the next thing I'm just going to do is just to take it out. I'm just going to reduce the heat slightly so it doesn't, the last one that will come out doesn't get burnt. So now I'll just take it out and then you can fry the next batch if you have more to fry. Or you can just turn off the heat and enjoy your snacks. So I really hope you try out this recipe and tell me how easy and how yummy it tasted. Like I want to know, like I really want to know. But if you're a lover of groundnuts, I know some people, they don't like to eat as much groundnut. You can just eat a little because of maybe the pimple or something. But if you're a lover of groundnut, then you can just try to have this sweets soaked gari and milk and a pinch of salt. I don't know if you have tried eating gari, like soaking gari, then add milk with cold water, sugar, and then a pinch of salt, and then now round it, garnish it with these peanuts. Come back and tell me how it was. You're just going to love it. I mean, take a look at this peanut and tell me who no like better thing. So now we are done with our peanut and we have come to the end of our video. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. And if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, share with a friend, and most importantly, thanks for watching. Bye.